So within your letter writing campaign, one trick to get people to respond and to be a part of the actual campaign is to include in the letter a piece of ribbon. So as simple as a little small cut ribbon.
Okay.
If you're doing it for charity, you could do it by color, but that tends to get hard because each diagnosis has a different color.
Right. So like
especially for cancer.
St. Jude's cancer research, if you were strictly focusing on breast cancer, it would be a pink ribbon, or
You can.
leukemia,
Exactly.
yellow, or right. Okay.
Exactly. And what you're going to instruct them to do is write a name of somebody that they know that's been diagnosed.
Okay.
And what we've done in the past with teams that I've managed is we would put those on us somewhere. Pin it on our uniform, pin it on our backs. Whenever it's a hiking trip, pin it on the backpack.
Okay.
But that gives them a part. You'll get a ton of those back. You don't, and you say you don't have to donate. Just send me the ribbon. But that gives them another call to action.
And I would say that tugs at the heartstrings a little bit deeper.
Sure. And it gives them, because people do this on emotion. You can't logically say, well, we're going to save X number of lives. This as well as you can just by emotion. So if somebody has a connection, they're going to want to be a part of it. And guess what? Most people don't really have the time or are not thinking in the terms of, okay, I want to do a campaign myself.
Yeah.
But they'll belong to yours.
Right.
They'll get on board when and then the momentum of structuring your own campaign is what compels people to get on board. It's just like anything else, an object in motion.
Right.
So when you're in a campaign and you're putting it together, you're like, great, I don't want to run a half marathon or do a 5K. I don't want to do any of that, but I'll help
support you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's where the actual letter writing campaign still works.
Very efficient.
Very well.
Yeah.
And you could do the same thing at a live event with the ribbon. If you want people to write on the ribbon, that would be a good way to do it. So that's one idea, and that's kind of, it should be the basis of how you're going to connect with the people that you know and the people that you have an address for. That should be your foundation.
Yeah.
And I would say to expect 50 to 75% of those letters to come back.
Okay, which still is not a bad rate of return.
It's a much better than if you didn't know the people.
Right.
But some people will quit after they've sent them out and they've gotten 10%, and they'll say, okay, well, I got 10%, that's great, right? Mm-hmm. Well, if you're only getting 10%, if you haven't gotten half of them back, then send a reminder postcard, another letter, but you have to follow up, or even a call.
Okay.
Because a lot of times people will set that aside and say, oh yeah, I want to do that.
Right.
So give them a deadline of about 2 weeks out.
Okay.
If you give it too long, if you send it, and you should send it early in your campaign. If you send it early and your campaign's 4 months long, you never know.
It might get set aside.
Yeah, it might get set aside. You might not do it. So you want to do it within a certain plan, and actually 2 weeks. Okay. Because then people are saying, okay, well, I'm not going to wait till the end of the month. I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Right. And give them that deadline.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and if you don't get half of them back, right, and follow up, send out your thank yous. You'll get donations from your thank you. Sometimes people donate again when you send them a thank you.
Oh, wow. Double dip.
Right. And then, of course, with your online fundraising, the treat it like anytime, especially if you're doing your first campaign, I recommend you treat it like a subscription. Mm-hmm. So don't think of it in terms of, oh, they're donating to me because I'm doing this race. They're donating because they know you and because they believe in the cause. Yeah. Because they wouldn't donate if they didn't believe in the cause, whether they knew you or not. Right. So you've reached the people who are most likely to donate again. Mm-hmm. So if you treat it like, thank you for joining my team, this is what I'm doing right now, but you treat it like it's a membership, they'll connect a lot more, and they'll donate again. Yeah.
So once you receive a donation from someone that you had sent the letter to, you're sending a follow-up thank you, and just reminding them again about the charity. And are you asking again for another donation?
No, you can say follow me on my blog. Okay. And keep a blog. You follow me on my Facebook page.
Makes
it
easy.
Post your updates. If you're training for an event, post your training pictures, which most people will anyway. Right. Yeah. But post on the page, and that's a good way to keep it in front of them. Right. If they want to donate again, they can. Gotcha. I'm big into the just allowing them to fundraise as opposed to hammering somebody.